Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the Dear John podcast. I'm your host, John Moody, podcasting you from a walk-in closet in Atwater Village, California. Again, I am your host. This is my forum where I give dating and relationship advice. Why not get dating and relationship advice from a possible commitment phobe and someone who's never been married or engaged? Take my advice at your own discretion. But no, for real, we have a good time here. If you have any questions, please send them to dearjohnpodcast@gmail.com. Check it out, y'all. We've gone international. Got some letters here from all the way from Canada, Toronto, Canada. Yeah, I know that's just the next country over, but it's another country, so I'm international. I'm accepting that. I'm claiming that. I'm going to take it. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's kind of jump into this. Go through a few letters and see what we got. Give me a second here. So this comes from AJ in Toronto, and I'm looking over this. I'm just going to read this to y'all and read the whole thing in its entirety or as much as I can because this is long and it looks like there's going to be a lot to unpack here. Here we go. First letter. First email. Dear John, first of all, let me say that I have nothing against animals. Most of them are okay in my book. I also don't have a problem with eating animals. And when I met my wife, she didn't either. For the first 2 years when we were dating, everything was fine. When we went out to eat, I'd enjoy watching her fuck up some steak while I got down on some lamb. Yeah, I was that kind of date who paid for steak. When we ate at home, bacon was always on the menu. Fast forward to today and my wife is like the spider from Charlotte's Web. She's got to save the fucking pigs, as if these pigs give a damn about her. Bleep that out if you need to, but I'm fed up and have to express myself. To make matters worse, not only is she a vegan, which means there are absolutely no animal products in our once happy home, but she's turned into one of the health nuts. Swear to God, if I hear the word cholesterol one more time. Anyway, my question is, when is it okay? No, I'm not going to read that part. Jeez, man, come on. Wow. Okay, my real question is, how do I get this woman to start eating animals again? I've tried everything, including watching nature shows so that she can see that animals eat animals, and if it's good enough for them, it should be good enough for her too. I even went to meatmaniac.com. Really, there's a such site? They sell beef jerky scented candles, and I thought it would be a clever way to get through to her subliminally. So I used them for one of our romantic dinners, but that shit backfired. She cooked vegetables, and all I could think about was beef jerky. It goes on. He talks about becoming a born-again Christian so she could see what it's like to have somebody Jekyll and Hyde her ass and see what it's like if he starts insisting that they pray over their vegetables. Or maybe I'll convert to Islam and hit her with that shit 5 times a day. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's his question. He says, how do I trick this woman into eating animals again? All right, AJ, man. Look, dude, there's a lot to unpack here, man. First and foremost, man, your home should... I hope you're joking when you say you once happy home. Maybe you weren't happy. Maybe she's having a ball eating her vegetables, man. First and foremost, man, you got to get off the Bill Cosby shit, man. Trying to, like, do some subliminal shit. I don't know. Meat-scented candles is just a step away from like, you know, dropping a pill in somebody's drink, man. I mean, that's deceitful, bruh. You might not want to do that. It's kind of messed up, man. You're going to have to listen, man. Your wife has changed and couples change, man. You know, you marry somebody and they fit and, you know, a few years later, they not so fit. But what you going to do? Leave them? Some people would. Some people have. But I don't think you're going to divorce your wife because, you know, she don't eat meat. Now, maybe you're not happy because she don't want you to eat meat either, but that's what y'all got to... That's what happens when you're in a mixed meal marriage, brother. That's what you got going on, a mixed menu marriage, man, where one eats meat, the other doesn't. And I have a really good friend, in fact, the vegan. And, you know, we hang out every now and then, go get something to eat. And it's tough sometimes finding a place where both folks can be happy. You know what I mean? I got a few vegan friends, and it's always kind of an interesting thing, man, trying to appease both folks. And you got to do it in a marriage. So why don't you just like do a meatless Monday one day, man? Like once a week, commit to not eating meat to make her happy. At least try to meet her halfway there, man. And don't be trying to like slip, bacon bits so she'll get used to that flavoring again. Because number one, she could get sick, man. And she hasn't had meat in over a year or two. I hear your stomach has to get readjusted to it and stuff like that, man. So hey, man, there's bigger things to worry about. So yeah, man, that's all I got. And stop dropping shit, candles and whatnot. There's some other things in here, man, that I was looking at. As far as a religious thing, man, you probably not gonna do that. So just stop it, dude. Anyway, thanks a lot, AJ. That was a long letter. Let's see what we have next. Just give me a second here to look up the letters. This one is called Inquiring Minds. This one comes from Los Angeles, California. Dear John, how many women have you dated over the course of your dating life? What causes men to do more for some women during the course of dating than and do less for others? All right, that's two questions and you only get one. Let's look at the first question. How many women have you dated over the course of your dating life? That does not qualify as advice. You're not seeking for advice. You're looking to get in my business, okay? And to be honest with you, I don't know how many women I've dated. I'm not in college. I'm not a college-aged cat anymore. So, those things, I don't keep numbers that way. I know I've been on a lot of dates, few relationships. I don't know. I'm not looking to count that. What causes men to do more for some women during the course of dating and do less for others? I'm going to flip that on you, okay? Because I think we all do more for some people than others, and it all comes down to how much you like somebody, all right? If you're a woman that's into tall dudes and you went on a blind date or whatever and the dude was short, guess what? Guess who's going to be able to get away with a lot less? That dude who's not as tall. If you like dudes with a head full of hair and you go out with a bald dude, you probably not going to do as much, you know what I mean? You're going to make sure that bald dude paid for the meal, whereas the dude with the head full of hair, maybe you would have offered to go Dutch, or maybe you'd pick up a meal here and there. That's just how it is. Rodney Dangerfield had a really funny joke about that once. He goes, when you're with a woman that you think is really, really attractive, you'll make dumb shit seem like it's like genius or whatever. Like she'll say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of hungry. And you'll go, oh my God, what a cool chick. I mean, she doesn't mind saying she's hungry. She's expressive and she's not shy. I love that. But if it's a chick you don't dig and you think she's unattractive and she says, hey, I'm hungry, I want to get it. What the fuck, you hungry again? God damn. One of my favorite little Rodney Dangerfield jokes, but it's true. So that's why dudes do more. And then to be honest with you, the reason why you do more for some than others, because some allow you to do less. Some encourage you to do less. So I mean, that's why it's they really need to find a app called lowselfesteem.com, because you can find some folks with low self-esteem and just have your way. You know what I mean? It sounds kind of cruel, but and it is. But I'm just saying, if someone's got low self-esteem, they're gonna allow people to treat them worse. And then there's just other things involved with that as well. So so much for that one. Hope that answers your question. Let's see what we have here next. I'm flipping through a few, and I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna get a 2-for-1. This one again is from Toronto, Canada, and yeah, this one interesting. Okay, all right. This wants to know this next email. When is it okay for couples to start farting in front of each other? And I'm gonna read the whole thing here. My wife thinks I'm a barbarian for farting, which pisses me off because this is the same. Goes on to explain this woman is call her a communist who thinks that animals can do no wrong, and yet our cat farts on her lap on a regular basis and occasionally shits on the floor. If you ask me, that's wrong. But I've never heard her accuse the cat of being a barbarian, not even once. But I'm the barbarian because when we're all snuggled up and shit, I refuse to hold it in. She's like a broken record. It's the same shit over and over. Wow, what the hell did you eat? Hold that shit in, and what am I supposed to do with it? That's what I want to know. Eventually, I have to let it out. She thinks I'm supposed to get up and excuse myself to the bathroom, as if it wouldn't follow my ass right back to the couch. Look, at least I don't shit on the floor or fart in her damn lap like somebody I know. All right, let me say this. You're not a cat. All right. She didn't get with a cat or a dog. She got with a human being. So you're going to have to lift your expectations to be a bit more than not farting on her lap or shitting on the floor, first of all. Okay. That's not acceptable. Number two, let me ask you this. Is it okay for her to fart in front of you? You might not want that, man. I know a comedian by the name of Tommy Cox who's passed on from Buffalo, New York, who once said, all the romance is gone if you're shitting and she's shaving. Wait a second. Was that Tommy Cox or Louis Cordoni? Some of my comic friends in Buffalo, if you're listening, Paul Slater would know that. I don't know if that was a Tommy Cox joke or Louis Cordoni. But yeah, the romance is gone. If you go in the bathroom and she's taking a shit while you shaving, it's a wrap, man. So, look, dude, go excuse yourself. I mean, for some people, it's cool, it's funny, they can make a joke out of it. But if she don't want to do it, don't. It's interesting because it was a joke in my family. Like my father used to, man, he would let them cut loose and then be blaming it on rats and whatnot. And we didn't have rats, but he'd be like, "Oh, these goddamn rats! We got rats around here." Now the funny thing is that Dave felt free to cut loose and it was funny and we'd laugh. But if we did it, the kids, oh no, you excuse yourself. You don't do that. And I guess he didn't want us doing that in front of other people, like going out and stuff like that. Like, we wouldn't be out somewhere and he would just cut loose in front of strangers or whatever. But I mean, the fart humor is big with some couples, whatever. They burp, fart. Women, if they're pregnant, they squirt breast milk on their husbands, and people do all kind of weird shit, I guess. But it depends on your spouse, man. So if she don't like you farting, maybe she don't want to smell that crap, man. So maybe you just go to the bathroom, and to follow you back if you come back right away. Why don't you wait in there for a few minutes and and get the aromas of your damn self, and maybe you'll know why she don't want you farting around her. Suffer with that shit yourself. Don't be exposing other people, subjecting other people to that crap. All right, let's see if we got anything else. Dear John, okay, well this email here isn't advice, but they want a question answered. Dear John, I like your intro music. Who is that? Hey, the intro music was made by my boy Les July. You can get that on iTunes. You can get that on Spotify. Please download it. He's got a couple that you might dig. The Adventures of L.J. Horn is one for sure that I think you would enjoy. And the name of the song that I have is called Talking About Bass, with Chris Clark doing the rapping, Chris Clark. And Chris Clark is the son of Stanley Clark, the legendary bass player. So Les July is playing the bass, and Chris Clark, son of Stanley Clark, is rapping on that one. So definitely go to Spotify and iTunes and check out my boy Les July, and pick up The Adventures of L.J. Horn for sure. Also pick up What World Is This? You can find that on iTunes and Spotify as well. Do the download. I think you'd really enjoy it. All right, that's all the time we have for today. All right, we're going to try to do this thing this week. Took a hiatus because a brother just had a big birthday party. Want to thank everybody who came out. We had a good time. Man, it was a milestone birthday for me this time. And, just enjoying the rest of the summer. And, yes, I am still accepting birthday drinks and gifts. You can hit me up. Again, if you have any questions for this podcast, hit me up at dearjohnpodcast@gmail.com. I will see y'all hopefully next week. And until then, happy dating. Catch y'all later.
Real Chris Clark, Les July, some fly-ish. So try this on the side. Yeah, bottoms. Big bag of bottoms. Bump for you boys on the block. Okay.